about other citizens after being trained for like a night at DHS Fusion Centers. So that would be great. Then these people, it would be less justification for them to even be driving around patrolling. If this kind of falls off, then that other thing, you know, the really bad electronic harassment, we start getting more aware about that. That would be two really good things. I mean, it is coming. And, you know, I saw somebody today, and she always comments, you know, on my Facebook and my YouTube videos, smart lady. She was saying that, you know, a lot of witch hunts and in Nazi Germany, when they were doing this to the Jewish people, you know, it lasted about 10 years. So she was thinking we had about 2 years left on this. I kind of wanted to just come back to this racetrack and just kind of see, because it is kind of a hub now. I'll show y'all. I'll kind of show y'all, and then I'll end the video, I guess, where I live. I'll go down the street. I don't really want to go into the condos, just in case perps are watching this. I know they probably already know, but I just want to be kind of careful. And I'm going to make some videos inside, and there's a city police right there. I do want to make some videos from inside the condo. I probably won't be staying there for long. I've still, like, you know, they're not kicking me out because of my dog, but probably by the end of this weekend, I'm going to have to find a family member or something to take care of her. And I really haven't figured that out. I got to focus on moving out of my last place, getting all the last stuff out of there. And see, I'll come down this street. It's straight across from the racetrack, and I'll just show you. I'll live down that street, and it's straight across. So that's going to be the big gang stalking hub for me. And my situation is, I mean, pretty much a lot of streets I go down, especially during work hours during the day. You know, I'll see a lot more, you know, moving truck companies, cab companies, you know, specialized military license plates and things like that. You know, late at night, it's not so much. On Sunday mornings, Saturday mornings, not so much. There's a one light car right there. But they do keep it, and the longer I drive around, I guess I got 15 more minutes on this. I'll go ahead and drive around. But I am pretty certain, for a couple of reasons, that they did poison me. Because it was a lot different than the feeling I get from just the electromagnetic frequencies. Even if they're hitting my stomach, it was a very different feeling, like of really getting feverish and having diarrhea and, you know, being really tired. And it was, you know, they're laying it on, you know. That day that I found out about my dog, I think it correlates with that some. And there's that city police that drove by right in front of me right there. But it correlates with, you know, it correlates with a lot of things that are happening. And, you know, there are a lot of people, there are a lot of patrollers in that condo, and there's a lot of cameras. There's a lot of cameras that condo owns. So I don't think they want me there, because I think those cameras kind of, they don't want these same people being seen, you know, walking around me and stuff like that. And those people don't want to be seen on camera, you know, patrolling or gang stalking somebody. So I think they want to really get me out of there. So they're like, you know, poisoning me and, you know, making sure that my dog, you know, they made a ruckus about my dog. You know, the manager didn't even come and talk to me. I told y'all all that rigmarole. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they do not want me there. It's hard to get into the back, you know, and it's just a very quiet place with a lot of older people, high class. So it's like, it's really, you know, I think I'm gonna have to, for my real safety, because the maintenance man, I think is kind of involved. Is not kind of involved. He's definitely involved. So that's really dangerous for me. So I think I'm just gonna have to go ahead and figure out a way. I'll be able to stay there for a little while. I had planned for that though, and then just to make a jump, you know, in a couple months, probably about, you know, at the most, I think 3 months. I think at the most, probably the end of the summer. At the latest, like the end of September. You know, I'm kind of thinking, I'm thinking in that direction. Also, I am just living day to day. You know, we're seeing such awesome stuff happening on our side, and awareness on our side. And it's like, I really thought that states had no more rights. I thought that they really couldn't pass any legislation that would matter. That it was really all just kind of coming down from a central point, not even our federal government, but like the UN, you know, and they were, you know, going through maybe the DOD, and then they were like, you know, it was kind of filtering money to have mercenaries from private armies do this kind of stuff, and also through fraternal organizations. I think it's very complicated. I think it's very, very complicated to where you can't really follow the money. You can't follow the money because it's going through so many different agencies, and that's why it's successful. Nobody knows about it. You know, even people, you know, senators and representatives might be in the dark a little bit about it. So, and even some police might be in the dark about it because it's so convoluted, and they let people know just what they need to know. Like, some police may be like, oh, we're using these weapons, you know, in our cities against like prisoners or whatever, and they don't know that, you know, regular citizens are being cooked alive. Y'all go ahead and comment on that theory if you want to. It is just a theory, but the one thing that I do know is it's complicated. It's not like, you know, and somebody left a comment like, this is not our government doing it. I kind of agree with them. It's not that simple. It's definitely not that simple. Things aren't that simple nowadays. I think he said something like that it was aliens, and they said they could take our souls or something. I don't agree with that. You know, I think in some situations they come in very, very escalated targeting situations. They use light refracting technology. So they'll put on a light refraction suit, which I've seen in use. Like, I've seen it on YouTube, and they've changed the light on me. I've seen a person in Afghanistan on YouTube using it. And they'll use like suits like that in very, very escalated, you know, targeting situations to actually go in people's houses where they can't even see them in the house, and then it lends to people thinking it's like aliens or spirits or something like that. But from what I can tell, you know, the V2K is pretty complicated. You know, the dialogue may be looped or sometimes automated. But this is people driving this. This is people driving the aspects of it. They see it as a job, you know, and they have a lot of technology that we're on the other side of. So it's like, you know, we do see it as kind of magic, and people would put it into terms of like, oh, you know, aliens or demons or whatever. I can see how that would happen, but, you know, from what I've seen, this is humans driving this. And it's a lot of money and technology driving it too. But the good thing is you know, I think local legislation is still powerful. You know, from what I heard tonight on the call, I fell asleep when they were talking about it. It's not because the call was boring by any means. They're changing this light right when I roll up to. Let's count on this one. But it wasn't because maybe not count. Just see how short it is. But, you know, the call was not boring. It was a great call. It was a really good call, and especially when I woke up and I heard what they were talking about, and all the people on the call, I was like, wow, they're really talking about some useful stuff. I was so tired. I didn't sleep during the night. I got like maybe an hour of sleep during the day, and I couldn't stay up. I left the call on mute, and, you know, kind of went to sleep, which may have been to my detriment, because, you know, they were talking about, you know, some good stuff. Might just keep it going till an hour here. I wanna you know, another TI friend of mine, you know, he makes a lot of videos, and he was like, you know, keep on pushing out those videos, keep on saturating it. And, you know, I really want to tell, and there's a one light car coming up under that red light, if you can see it. It's right there. See it right there? There it is, right there. I really, you know, I like some guys who made some really good videos. I haven't seen anything from them in like a month. And they made some really smart, insightful videos. I'm not sure what happened. I know that a lot of TIs, they're still making videos very consistently, I would just like to encourage TIs making videos, even if you're talking about like how you feel about this or something like that. Please keep making consistent videos. You know, this sets an example for other TIs to keep their videos consistent, and you know, it really, you know, it made me feel good when this guy was like, you know, keep on pumping out those videos, because he had the same idea as I had. You know, I want to make a lot of videos, even if it's just tonight. I get a little bit of vehicular stalking. You know, I talk about this. I don't know everything. I forget stuff. You know, anybody can make these videos. You know, I know some people have to prepare a lot, and they actually want to prepare, like, and write stuff out and do PowerPoint presentations, and that's really good. But really, you smart guys out there making TI videos,